Thank you for visiting Past the Wire TV, the YouTube channel of PastTheWire.com. Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Past the Wire TV. It's Kentucky Derby week. The Oaks has already been drawn. The whole Friday card has been drawn. The Derby is drawn tomorrow, and in a blink of an eye, it'll be Kentucky Oaks Day, and then Kentucky Derby Day right after that. And what I'm going to talk about now, rather quickly, is something that I really hate to talk about on Oaks Derby weekend, because it's, my take on it is not really a positive take. It's a little bit negative, even though it's a positive thing that I'm going to be talking about. And, I've got my own way of looking things, and I've never been one to hold back how I feel and, pull any punches or, not, voice my opinion. So it may not be a popular opinion here, but I'm going to share it with everybody anyway. Churchill Downs and the Kentucky Derby have released a set of safety and integrity protocols for Oaks Derby weekend that I applaud. I think they're phenomenal. I think they're great, and I think it'll make it extremely difficult for anybody to circumvent any rules and or cheat in any manner, way, shape, or form, which is exactly how it should be. Exactly. They've gone so far as to have 24-hour security by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, I believe. They've got outside vets watching everything. Everybody goes into a stall is going to be watched, monitored. I mean, the security is going to be really, really strict, so much to the point that they are going to have people checking the riders with a wand before they go out to ride in the Oaks and the Derby. Obviously, there's one thing that they would be looking for that I could think of or that I'm aware of, and that would be a buzzer or a battery. So somebody somewhere thinks that it's possible that a rider would attempt to use a buzzer or a battery in the Oaks or the Derby, and they're going to do it in some random other select stake races over the course of those 2 days. So they think that a rider, while a major network is broadcasting the Oaks and the Derby with zoom lenses that could zoom in on something and pick up a speck of dirt from the racetrack that got stuck on a rider's face, that somebody's going to be actually foolish or ridiculous enough to try and use a buzzer or a battery. And hey, I wouldn't put anything past anybody for money and winning a race like the Kentucky Derby, but the odds of somebody doing that nowadays, and the odds of those 20 riders that are any one of them that's named on one of those horses doing that in the Oaks or the Derby or any of those supporting stakes, are probably far greater than the odds on any horse, the longest shot in the board, to ever win any horse race at any racetrack anywhere in the world. It's most likely not going to happen. But they're doing it anyway. Why? I don't know. Are we putting on a show to show that, hey, it's the Oaks and the Derby, and now all the eyes are on us, and we want to show how much we care about safety and integrity in the game of thoroughbred horse racing? Well, that's great on Oaks and Derby weekend, but what about the bettors and the owners, who are the only two groups that put money into the game? Everybody else takes money out of the game. The bettors and the owners put money into the game. What about them the rest of the year? Okay, isn't it more likely that somebody is going to do something nefarious or underhanded or a little shady next Saturday, a week after the Derby at Churchill Downs, than on Derby Day? I think it is. But there's not going to be that security then. Nobody's going to be checking those riders with wands. Why not? Can't afford it? We say, oh, we can't catch and stop the cheaters because we have no proof. We need this, we need that. We don't know what to test for. Well, you're making sure, even though you don't know what to test for, that nobody's going to be using anything they shouldn't on Oaks and Derby weekend. At least you're going to great lengths to ensure that. Are we doing this just to appease external outside agencies that have no interest in the game and want to destroy and ruin and stop horse racing altogether? Are we appeasing them? Is that who we, and for the rest of the year, for the other 363 days a year that we race horses in the United States, saying, hey, if the owners and the bettors get hosed then, doesn't matter? I say that's nonsense. I say this is what needs to be done. We need to police the sport. We need to ensure integrity in horse racing, but we need to do it all year round and make sure the playing field is always level. Whether you're a bettor losing to somebody who's cheating or an owner losing to somebody who's cheating and maybe not even making a stallion or a sire out of a horse that could have been because he can't compete on a non-level playing field, you're all getting hosed. We're all getting hosed by the industry as a whole collectively not eradicating what goes on in the sport today. And I'm a big lover of the game. I've been betting and watching horses and involved in owning and breeding horses and shoveling manure when I was a little kid in Saratoga. I love the game as much as anybody out there. Okay, it's been my passion my entire life. I love horse racing. My mom did. My dad did. That's no secret. It's in my blood, okay? My mom was at Belmont Park the day before I was born and was there a week later with me in a stroller, okay? I go back a long way with horse racing. I care about the sport. I think this is what needs to be done on a year-round basis, and I don't think that the bettors and the owners should fund it. I think that if the business model of horse racing doesn't know how to, without raising takeout and making us pay for it, okay, or lowering purses or whatever they're going to do, making us pay for it, if they don't know how to put on the show in a level playing field environment, then they're not the ones that should be putting on the show, okay? I wrote an article several months ago now, who yields the power in horse racing? You want to know who? Same people who yield the power in any other business or anything else in life. Whoever's got the checkbook, whoever's got the money yields the power. In racing, that's the owners and the bettors, okay? If all the bettors got together on Derby morning and said, you know what? We're not going to bet a nickel. And they were in some organized, well thought out union type of way and said, hey, we're not betting today unless we lower the takeout and we police the game properly at every racetrack all the time so no owner or no bettor loses to somebody who's cheating or circumventing the rules. And we all stuck together and did that. You want to know something? By 11 o'clock in the morning on Derby Day, when there was $0 in all those pools, they would be begging us to come to the table and sit and talk, okay? And would not be even offering us to fund policing the sport right. But you know why that'll never happen? Because they bank on people betting no matter what they do or what show they put on. I'm not one of those people. I bet less than ever when I can bet more than ever. I do that because I choose to, because there are things about the game I don't like, and I'm not going to play on a regular basis on an unlevel field. You know, I'll take my shots when I think the time is right, and I'll make my scores when I take my shots and think the time is right. But on a day in and day out basis, they've got to earn that, okay? And I think all players and owners should demand that they earn it. And this weekend, those safety and integrity protocols show they know what needs to be done. They know what should be done. They know how to appease outside entities watching the game on Oaks Derby weekend. But us, the ones who fuel the game on a year-round basis, we don't deserve that the other 363 days a year. I say nonsense. I say we do deserve it. I say we should get it. I say we should demand it. Hopefully people are listening. With that, I'm going to leave it there because it's Oaks and Derby weekend. We've got some great races coming up, super competitive races, a lot of wagering opportunities. The playing field should be level. That's a phenomenal thing. And, you know, may the best horses win, safe trips and you know, safe runs for everybody. We got so much more at PassTheWire.com. We've got our Oaks Derby seminar webinar that we're doing. We still got some spots there. You can register at the website, Pass the Wire. We got so much more coming at you. It's going to be a great weekend. Let's enjoy it, but keep in the back of your mind, they know what to do. Let's start demanding that they do it on all the other days. So with that, get to your homework. There's a lot of it to be done. If you're not prepared, you can't win. Don't show up unarmed, and don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Let's all be ready, enjoy the races, and I'll be back with a lot more soon. So ciao for now.
Has taken the lead.
Nobody does it better.